How you going, guys? Mark here from DNA Paints. On this video I'll be showing you how you can take an old plastic telephone like this and custom paint it all with aerosols. Let's get into it. Alright, so you've sanded down your plastic telephone or plastic part with grey Scotch-Brite. What you've actually done is, well, first of all, you've sanded it down, it's ready to be painted, but there's a negative which you've actually caused as well on these parts, and that's static. So to remove that static, we've got our anti-static cleaner in aerosol. Simply spray on and wipe off. That will remove any static off your plastic sanded parts. Now, if you're wondering what kind of negative things does static do to your parts, well, it actually attracts dust and foreign objects to wet paint on your plastic parts. So if you can take that out of the whole equation, you'll effectively be getting a nice cleaner job. Alright, jumping on to the plastic primer. Now this is a product which you shouldn't skip out on, and if you do skip out on it, chances are your paint is just going to flake straight off your painted parts. So this is a real simple, easy product to use. Simply apply 2 dust coats over your plastic parts with about 5 to 10 minutes at 25 degrees. And then you're pretty much ready to start painting the colors in which you want to paint your parts. So for this little telephone, I've actually chosen our Tsunami Green Candy Base Coat. And by checking the technical data sheet available on our website, dna-paints.com, you'll see that the required ground coat is actually white. So for that, we've got our pure white in aerosol. Now, in regarding the coats, now typically, depending on what color your part is, really changes up how many coats are required of the white to get full coverage. Now, the DNA Paints pure white aerosols do cover fantastic. So between 2 and 3 coats will get full coverage of your parts. Very important that you do get full coverage. You don't want it to be not covered, because what will happen is when you go to put your candy base coat or candy colors as an example, if you're using a silver metallic, you'll actually be able to see through that color and it won't actually be covered in those areas, which will kind of defeat the whole purpose of painting your part, because you're going to need to repaint it. So very important that you do get full coverage with your ground coat. Now, the Tsunami Green is a fantastic color. I'll put a little piece of footage up on the screen right now of what this color looks like. So it's a very vibrant green with a hint of yellow in it as well, and it does stand out once it's in direct sunlight. So very vibrant, in your face kind of color, and that's what DNA Paints is all about, having those custom colors that everyone wants their cars painted in. So once we've laid down our pure white, expect to get full coverage of the Tsunami Green over the white in about 3 coats. Now, once you've got full coverage, do bring that spray can back and do what they call a drop coat or effect coat. Now, effectively what this is doing is pretty much allowing the metallic and pearl particles to land on the part standing up. So if you've got any unevenness or any kind of like model on the parts, that drop coat is going to even everything out, make it all sparkle, look 10 times better than if you were to put just 3 coats down, and you're pretty much ready to start applying your clear coat. If you're wondering what the flash times are for the candy base coats, make sure that you do check out the technical data sheets available on our website. They will tell you pretty much everything you need to know between like flash off times, mixing ratios, no matter what, all the information's there. But to save you jumping on there for this video, between 5 and 10 minutes between coats at 25 degrees. Now, once you've done your drop coat, everything's all ready for clear. We're going to be using our Normfest 2K Clear. This is fantastic. I personally love this clear. Now, I've used a lot of aerosol like clear coats in my time, and hands down, Normfest is so good, you'll actually be quite surprised at the results that you'll get with this clear coat. You can apply between 2 and 3 wet coats, and don't be scared with the product. Do put your first coat down wet, because that will serve as the flat foundation for your final coat, giving you that dead flat finish that you're hoping to get.